An ode to Zora. Take one. I remember you was conflicted, questioning your influence. Most of the time, I do the same. Wonder when my eyes are watching God, what is God saying back to me too? Wonder if I'm a body that is worthy of spunk. Wonder if my mind is a folklore that shines like a southern Sunday porch. And I'm sorry. Yo, I'm sorry for this word vomit. I never get a chance to play chess with someone who's mastered the role of queen like you, and the queen has an ability to move on the chessboard in ways no one's even seen before, and that's not by coincidence. Your use of language is the train tracks built by black hands who move with musicality. Your language is the bayou of blackness that shakes like tambourines in the altar of my voice. Your language is black magic, which is to say you've mastered hoodoo extremely well, because who knew words could move me from this Manhattan apartment in 2020 to Edensville, Florida in 1902. I found your book, Mules and Men, far more grounded than Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men ever could. It's funny how America finds more value in mices over mules and men over the messengers, too busy jumping over the radiant sun to spend time with the simple moon. And I've always wanted to let you know that I'm thankful for you, Queen Zora. Yeah, I know that last line didn't really rhyme like that, but that's a poem that I wrote. And now that I got you here, I've actually always had a question about a metaphor that you wrote about zombies. Yeah, I just wanted to know what that means and where you get the idea, where it came from.
Well, a zombie is supposed to be the living dead.
Okay.
People who die and are resurrected, but without their souls. And they can take orders, and they're supposed to be never to be tired, and to do what the master says without cease and without being tired.
Wow. Okay. I feel like that metaphor has so many meanings right now in life. All right, I know I said I had one more question for you, but I got another question. How did you get to the crow? Like, I remember hearing that song that you performed about the crow, and where did that come from?
That is evidently come from Africa. Dr. Herskowitz says that he saw the background of it in West Africa, of the crow. The crow in some ways seems to be sacred in Africa. But what they're talking about is what we know in United States as a buzzard. and the buzzard comes to get something to eat, and they are talking about it, and they dance it. And one person gets in the center and imitates the buzzard. And they say, and the rest of them form the background.
You know what? That metaphor, it feels like there's a lot of things that, for me, that represents, right? And I know I gave you that short poem earlier, but actually, I think there's another poem that that this hearing this made me think of. Hold on one second. Let me get it for you real quick. It's like this. When I tell people I teach art in prisons, a response I often hear is, "Are you ever afraid?" And my response is an overwhelming yes, because who wouldn't be afraid? But fear, it looks different between two people, because I am afraid of people outside the classrooms. I'm afraid of those who push the buttons, afraid of those guarding the doors, or the ones who think my students' lives are just a layup and they finger roll judgment. I'm afraid of people who embody Jim Crow, afraid of the buzzard, right, that watch black and brown bodies from the sky, afraid of the plantation owners, afraid of white men who always quick to smile, afraid of the holding cell that seeps in your pores like embodying fluid, afraid of solitary confinement, afraid of instruments that peels the soul back until it's no longer useful, afraid of the closing of the jail doors, afraid of the locks that steal the ability to be free. I'm afraid for the students in here who should be free, afraid of lies, afraid of institutions that make money off the backs of colored folks all the time. I'm afraid, yo, honestly, Zora, I'm afraid of time, of the split minute it takes to make a decision, and the even shorter second it takes to give a judgment. I'm afraid of unhuman customs and traditions, of seeing students' lives become lifeless when they hear their death sentence. And I never knew zombies were real until I found myself teaching in prisons. Yeah, that's that piece. Yeah. Yo, Zora, yo, I really appreciate you taking this time to just talk with me. Um, it's been a lot of things that just been having rattling in my head, but your words, they inspire me a lot. And all right. I know I said I had some poems, and that was the last poem. But if you don't mind, I got this one last song that I really like to share with you. If that's cool. Um, yeah, and you just tell me what you think. All right, this is it. Cool. On the page, it's okay. Leave it on the page. It's okay. Leave it on the page. Look, it's kinda hard to find a spark beyond the dark. I'm counting down to 106, trying to find my park. My part of what I wasn't. To be black in America, to be forgotten, cursed, to call it loving. Being born in a land of racists, they talk about that bootstrap, will look you in your face and hating like Satan, Goliath to David. Even the church got a war in itself. Can I get an amen or a lady? That's the vibes of my prayers lately. Got questions on speed dial. A godmother, God waiting or hesitating. What she's saying is calculated, but I'm stuck with this war of words, no exaggeration, and my page is vacant. Yeah, said my page is vacant. Yeah, I said my page is vacant. Too afraid to actually say it, but in the quiet, I hear this voice constantly saying, be okay. To leave it on the page. It's okay. To leave it on the page. Space to put this stuff on the page for a second, and also know that with your work, it's allowed me to know that it's okay to put stuff on the page and go beyond that spark. So thank you. That's all I got. Hey.